Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Digital Ledger. I wanted to start off this morning looking at the traditional markets, and we had a huge spike when the market first opened up. And within the 30-minute margin here, or window of the market opening, we are already negative 100 plus points. It didn't take long, did it? It looks like another rough day ahead on the stock market. We are 55 points, 45 points now away from breaking below 20,000 on the Dow Jones. I can tell you that I feel like that is a huge psychological mark when we break below that 29 points now, and I would expect a real sharp decline once we get below 20, because I feel like people are going to really find that to be a huge psychological barrier. 1991 right there. You just saw it. We just broke below 20,000, and that is really not good. Okay, aside from that, we know we've been dealing with the current health events that have been going on around the globe. I just went to the store early this morning when the stores first opened up with Mrs. Backup and myself. And I can tell you that it was bustling in there this morning at 6 a.m. to 6:30. It was a bustling crew in there getting what they needed to get. And there was no water. And there was no toilet paper. And there was no paper towels. And there was hardly any meats. Breakfast, dinner meat, didn't matter. It is become a real situation. Now, I'm not saying this to alarm anybody, but I am saying that, there's a difference between urgency and emergency. And I can say, without a doubt, that me and Mrs. Backup were in the store and we're pretty well prepared, but we're trying to stock up on stocking up and making sure that, because this does look like we are going to be home for a while and in self-isolation to try to be cooperative and go along with what they're doing here. And we want to be planned, and we want to think ahead, and we want to be urgent in what we decide to do and act with a sense of urgency. But I feel like the difference is that, it's a resolved purpose when you act with a sense of urgency. And it's nothing but desperation when you act in an emergency. So, this isn't to alarm anybody or whatever. And I don't know what your situation is where you are. This is a very big world. But I want to just share with you some of the places that are ahead of us as far as it goes with these current events, health events, and how it looks right now from the south, from Barcelona. You can see right here, this is an empty car park. I'm not going to play the video. Shout out to John McAfee. This is a regular McDonald's on a regular day over there. And this is what it looks like now. So this is what it looks like here, life under martial law in Spain currently. No one is on the shops are open. No one is out walking around. And you can't get cash out of the ATMs. Let's keep this going. There's more to take a look at here. Here's another shot here where the caption says, "Nothing except hospitals and supermarkets. No banks, no hotels, no restaurants, no bars, no clubs, nothing. Can't get money, can't get cash checks, nothing." So I show this morning because yesterday, it's relevant where we are in the Mid-Atlantic region and Maryland area, because the governor here recently did that yesterday evening. Wasn't it yesterday evening, Mrs. Backup?
I believe so.
Yeah, so at about 5 p.m., all businesses, bars and restaurants have been closed. And the only thing open right now is takeout food, grocery stores, hospitals, and we still have convenience stores open, but we don't know for how long. So in a moment like this, I start looking ahead to the countries that are affected already and how they are responding to this current health event situation that's happening and the measures that they are taking. And it really doesn't have you on a very thin limb to walk out and say that we're about to look a lot like Italy and Spain. I believe further restrictions are about to roll out in the domestic USA, and it will be for the better welfare of everyone to not spread or contaminate each other and the like, and I get it. And we're obviously going to do whatever we can to help the situation and prepare ourselves. But I just want to remind everybody that during this time, as desperate as these pictures and videos may look, and they're very scary, when you see this, that how quickly we can go from everyday activity to absolutely nothing. And understanding the larger perspective that this is absolutely going to continue to wreck the economy. In fact, I believe it'll fully collapse it. But with all of that being said, with all of that perspective and awareness being available to us, I just want to remind everybody that I'm the eternal optimist. This too shall soon pass. Remember that we are all human beings. No matter what part of the world we're in, when you boil the salt off the water, we all want basically the same things. And in a time where we feel like we need to isolate, surround, and really withdraw for the greater good of the society and community so we all don't get each other sick and transfer communicable things, I think we just need to remember that we all are still human beings, right? And no matter how bad it feels, this too shall soon pass. And with that awareness, act with a sense of purpose. Be urgent, but with a sense of purpose. Do the things you need to. Start going to the store at first thing in the morning when they open instead of 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Plan the things you need. Ask the store managers when they expect another truck of water or toilet paper or whatever it is you're looking for that you need is coming in. Try to really, really get those things and get yourself where you need to be, because the sooner you can do that, the sooner you take yourself out of exposure and harm's way, right? But on this day, I tell you, we are already facing public shutdown with bars and restaurants. I don't feel like it'll be very long now before they take the next measures as they've done in Italy and Spain, and we'll all pretty much be very soon, I would imagine, on a pretty much a complete lockdown. So in this time, I urge everybody, to be urgent, but move with a sense of purpose and think of others just as you think of yourself. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it right there. Keep an eye on these traditional markets. I do believe we are seeing the Treasury, as we covered last night on the live show, move very quickly with the acquisition of Brian Brooks from Coinbase to oversee the OCC, the Office of Comptroller of Currency, which oversees the entire banking industry. We've seen the Secret Service move back to the Treasury, specifically noted to monitor cryptocurrencies. We've seen the FSOC be urged by U.S. lawmakers as far back as last year to designate cloud-based non-financial banks as systemically important. We've also seen FinCEN say that they're coming out with new requirements for digital assets in custody very soon. I do think when you think of all of these things together, there is a lot happening behind the scenes to reposition ourselves to launch the new financial system. I really do believe that. And maybe, just maybe, in order to have a level playing field all across the globe, they've got to level this playing field that we're looking at right now. All right, guys, hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Please share and retweet this with others if you like this content. And let's continue to grow this audience and carry on this conversation. Be safe and take care of yourself, and look out for your fellow neighbor.